Voice and phrase banking are options that allow an individual to store recordings of their voice for later use. When an individual finds that people are no longer able to understand their spoken communication, it is not only the practical side of communication that is affected, but also the social and personal side of speech. A person's voice can be significantly linked to their identity, so when their voice changes, a person may feel a loss of identity. A dissimilar voice in terms of age, accent, or gender can cause embarrassment and demotivate a person from using their communication aid. To overcome this problem, there are a number of potential banking options, and this video will demonstrate the different possibilities available. In conjunction with the work done by the team of local therapists, the AAC Hub service can guide this process and install voice and phrase banking programs onto communication aids. Voice banking is a technique which allows a person to create a computer-generated version of their own voice, which can be used on a speech aid device. This process may be undertaken via a number of routes. One of these is through the online resource Model Talker. Model Talker requires a person to record a set of around 1,600 sentences, from which it captures the characteristics of a person's voice from the recordings. Model Talker then breaks up the individual sounds of the person's voice recordings to make a computer-generated voice that can speak novel sentences. Once the recording process is complete, the voice is available to download onto a speech aid device, computer or phone. This allows a person to turn any sentence typed on a communication aid into a spoken sentence resembling their own voice. The result is a computer-generated copy of the individual's voice, like the voice is speaking now. To learn more about a selection of other voice banking services, follow the links underneath this film. A person wishing to use Model Talker would carry out the recordings before referral to an AAC Hub service, either in their own environment or in conjunction with their local therapist. The advantage of the voice banking process is a natural sounding voice that reflects a person's identity, but can also be a significant time commitment, taking a minimum of 8 to 10 hours to complete. Phrase banking is a process in which a person records a set of personalized phrases and words, which are saved and available for later use. A person can record as many or as few as they want, either in their own environment or with a local therapist, and these recordings are simply played back at a later date on their communication aid device. The person would decide on the vocabulary, type, and amount of phrases to record with their local therapist, and these recordings can then be accessed and replayed on a communication aid device. Careful consideration should be paid to which phrases are banked, as all phrases are pre-recorded. While the phrases may be replaced by additional recordings, the sentences cannot in themselves be edited on the communication aid device. However, there are more options available if recording new sentences becomes problematic, or if a person is unable to bank phrases. The a cappella voice synthesis bank contains over 100 voices in 34 languages. These voices can be used on mobile apps and speech aid devices and have a wide range of genders and nationalities. The Edinburgh Voice Banking Project banks around 150 new donors annually, each with different accents from around the UK. The computer-generated voices of these donors may then be used by people with a diagnosis of motor neuron disease. Follow the link below this clip to find out more information on this project. A further option still is that of vocal donors. In order to match a person's voice with that of their social or geographical background, a person could nominate a friend or family member to voice bank for them. Banking qualities. Voice banking provides each individual with a bespoke, personalized voice. Any sentence the individual enters can then be spoken with the banked voice. Phrase banking retains the natural voice of the individual. Personal inflection, dialect, and accent are preserved. Operation requirements. Banking can cause fatigue and could be a significant time commitment. Finding the right time to record the phrases may be emotionally and pragmatically challenging.